All right, now y'all might be wondering, what do I have on the screen? Well, the official letter that Iggy Azalea wrote to Judge Hereford on behalf of Tory Lanez, all right? Now, I'm going to go through this letter real quick. Make sure y'all like the video and subscribe. So, my name is Iggy Azalea, and I have been a successful musician for the last decade. I've sold over 65 million records throughout my career, had #1 hits on Billboard Hot 100, and broken records previously held by the Beatles. Okay, Iggy. My music has been nominated for 6 Grammys, and I have a multitude of other musical awards. Throughout my career, I've toured with some of the biggest acts in music, from Beyonce to Pitbull. I've also collaborated with everyone from Britney Spears to Jennifer Lopez. In short, like yourself, I'm great at what I do, and I'm well respected by my peers. Now, so far, do y'all think Iggy wrote this letter herself? But let's continue. Becoming successful is incredibly hard to do, and maintaining success is even harder. The music industry is not designed to empower artists, especially not women. You learn to expect misogyny at every turn. No matter how much you've personally achieved, sadly, I've spent my entire career battling sexism and bad behavior behind the curtains. One unfortunate consequence of that is I am a victim of abuse myself. Now, if y'all don't know, she is referring to Playboy Cardi. She has made multiple accusations about her time with Playboy Cardi. If y'all don't know, go look it up. Now, she continues to say, I must make note of things I've suffered through so that you understand definitively. I would not write to you on behalf of an abuser, all right? In fact, it's the very reason I felt it imperative I share my viewpoint as a woman in music in regard to Daystar Peterson, aka Tory Lanez. You are presiding over his case, and it would mean a great deal to me if you please let me share with you why Tory Lanez is far from your average entitled rap star. I believe in justice, and I know you do too. You've dedicated your life's work to it, and I respect that deeply. That's why I'm taking my time to do this, because I know the person you are understands in order to truly conclude what a fair sentence is, you need better understanding of who the person you're sentencing is at their core. Judge Hereford, I was elated when I saw you were named in relation to this trial because you have a reputation of being a very fair judge. In fact, it's one of the reasons I was saddened Daystar had subpar legal counsel and did not take the stand at his own trial. So, okay, we got Iggy Azalea saying Tory should have took the stand. And see, a lot of people have said this. I even got to this point. I know a lot of people say, well, he shouldn't have took the stand, but I think if you were going to take the stand in your sentencing, which he did, you should have took it in your trial before you even got to this point, right? But anyway, we've all been frozen in fear before. The unfortunate side effect of his choice is he's been painted in the most unrecognizable way to you, the jury, and the public. So I want to read this again. The unfortunate side effect of his choice. Now, what choice is she talking about? And see, Charlamagne the God talked about the sentencing earlier today on Breakfast Club, and he basically felt like Tory's apology was basically him apologizing for, bang bang to Meg Thee Stallion. And I see a lot of people who don't think that's the case. A lot of people feel like he just apologized to try to get a lesser sentence. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that as well in the comments. But we still got one more page to go with this letter. But let's continue. Iggy said, I've witnessed him diffuse so many sticky situations with kindness and humor. He is the last person to lose his cool. I've never encountered this jealous, rage-filled person he's accused of being. I know him to be someone who's always bursting with happiness. In the moments you want to cry, if you call Daystar, he will find a way to make you laugh. Since Daystar remains in jail, many of his employees are left without work. I took it upon myself to hire 6 of his staff members full time. Wow. Okay. I did this not only because they are great, hardworking people, but so that they remain in a position to transition back into running his business when he's completed his sentence. I'm doing all I can to make sure he's in a position to come home and get back to work. Now, I want y'all to also remember in the sentencing, Tory Lanez say, I'm coming to you as a fiance. I repeat, Tory said he's engaged to somebody. Now, a lot of people think it's his baby mama. But when I hear that Iggy is doing all of this and hiring staff, is he engaged to Iggy Azalea? Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. I hope that you'll consider a sentence that allows for this to be transformational and not life-destroying. Not only for Daystar, but for his family, son, and the countless others who depend on him and are committed to helping him reach his full potential. If Daystar is able to remain in the United States after he has served his time, I would employ him without hesitation as an executive producer on my next album. In fact, I already hired him for the job prior to his conviction. I guarantee to you, he has significant income and work awaiting him upon release if you would kindly consider a sentence that does not require deportation. I have remained in close contact with him during his incarceration, and I am confident he has already gained positive insight in regard to this experience. He leads a prayer circle nightly and is already empowering others during his time in jail. And that's another thing I didn't like about Iggy Azalea. She backtracked as soon as she started getting backlash for writing this letter. And I'm the type of person, if you already did it, then stand on it. Stand on it. But she couldn't take the heat because she knows a lot of women are in support of Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. She continued to say, in fact, when we spoke last week, he told me he's glad God put him in jail. He said this is an opportunity to humble himself and soften his heart. Well, I guess the judge said, well, I got 10 more years of humbling for you, okay? Ironic to hear one of the kindest people I know strive to become even kinder. I'm not shocked. It's who he is. Watering and shining light on others until something beautiful grows. Thank you for taking the time to hear what I have to say in relation to Daystar's character. Kind regards, Iggy Azalea. Also, somebody told me that Iggy Azalea is not her real name and that she shouldn't have signed this letter as Iggy Azalea. I didn't know that. But if somebody knows Iggy's real name, put that in the chat as well. But anyway, look, that's the letter. And I honestly didn't think it was a bad letter. I saw some people saying she shouldn't have talked about herself as much. But I still think overall, it did make Tory Lanez look good, but at the same time, she said a few things that if I was a judge, I would have focused on. Which mainly was this part that I read to y'all twice where she said the side effect of his choice. What choice are you talking about? Was it cheating or was it bang bang? Also, the part where she said that he's glad God put him in jail. What? And I get where she's coming from, because a lot of people get out of jail when they say, I'm glad, I sat down for that time. I needed that. I needed to change. I needed to get my head right. But in this regard, I don't think she should have used that verbiage. All right. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.